Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, everybody. I have Black Sunrise, aka Sister Rainetta Jones, on the line today. We're going to give you some information that you won't hear anyplace else on the internet or the world for that matter. I want to thank the sister for giving us her time today. You there, Rainetta?
Yes, I am. I want to tell Patrick, thank you so much for having me and giving me an opportunity to do another. I'm really happy about that.
Mm. You know, um, the thing I want to tell everybody, I've always been saying that, ever since I met you, Rainetta, you're the rising star in this media thing. And I know it. I want to reach out to everybody. Please check out her YouTube channel, Black Sunrise. If you can, join the Discord. She has a Discord page so we can, like, if I say if, but when YouTube starts to really instigate their censorship, we have a backup circuit through her Discord so we can keep the mission of information flowing.
Yeah, definitely. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself and what I'm doing now. I don't really see myself as a right um, because I have a different agenda. For example, have the black media, built from the advisory myself, then national Maya, um, internationally diners. So, um, my YouTube channel is www.blacksunrise.com and sunrise Onrise. Again, blacksunrise.com, Fonrise, Black Sunrise one word. And there you get black from around the globe, literally. So most people think, most people think that outside of Africa, the only place where black people are is the United States, and that's not the case. There are more blacks in Brazil, 91 million, in Brazil than there are in the United States, but 60 or 60. Then you have the Caribbean, there are more blacks in the Caribbean than the United States, and their stories don't get told. The Brazil black stories don't get told.
Hold on, sister. The damn thing is still it's choppy coming through this computer. People are in the chat room, and I know I've been having volume. I've been having issues with my audio here lately. Hold on, I'm gonna try calling you back on the cell phone real quick and see if we can clear because what you have to say is too important for people not to be able to hear it.
Okay, no problem.
Hold on, calling you back.
Hang up.
Yeah, you can hang up. It's calling you right now.
No.
Yes, we got you again. All right. Hopefully that's somewhat better.
Okay, yeah. Not there's an echo.
Yeah, I think I can hear you a lot better over here. Now, you had given out the website, and I know it was a little bit choppy. Can you give the website out again, please?
Yeah, sure. So the website is it's a global black news website. Again, global black news. So it doesn't just look at black in one region, it's different black all over the planet. Just for a heads up, we're still looking for really good black movies coming out of Latin America because the blacks in Latin America are literally still under a type of thing. Literally, not even funny. Like they're not represented in government, they're not represented in the public spaces, they're not on television, they're not on radio. I mean, incredible the type of erasure that blacks in Latin America, with the exception of very few countries. But so when you go to the website, www.blacksunrise.com, and sunrise spelled Sonris. Also, many people suffer with electromagnetic hypersensitivity because of the Wi-Fi, the excessive Wi-Fi, cell towers, stuff like that. We have pain, brain fog, they're lethargic, they can't complete tasks, they have forced reformation, and they can't, they're like nothing works. And one of the things that I like came up with formula, an actual herbal formula, and what it does, it pulls out free radicals out of the body. And my formula is a herbal bath, and it's a very successful formula. So anyone who wants to purchase that product, please go free shipping in the United States at $30 in work. Okay, I have about 100 clients taking the formula, and I don't have not one bad review. So again, that is for Black Sunrise, and that page is with the Black Sunrise, and it's under the herbs tab. Okay.
Got it. So, where do you want to start at tonight, sister? What do you want to talk about? Hello? Uh-oh.
A business model where people never started a business before can actually move up start a not from a small business or a medium enterprise, but from a micro business, which is much smaller than a small business. Okay? It basically how to start a micro business on a much smaller scale with about, you look at a range of $500 to $1,200, not to sell the board. And start, if you want to start a business, look for business of $500 to $1,200, and for the maximum about $10,000 for capital business, $500 to $1,200, and for how to start a business and how to not do business. And it's literally, it's a do it yourself type of course. So if you look for it's going to be step by step by step what you to start a micro business. And in the course, it is literally 30 different micro businesses that you cannot do this. That you, if you want to start a business or you want to have a side business, this
Powering off.
the courses, just to give them a little bit about feedback, the course is very reasonable. It's $149 for the micro business course, and it's $149 for the month. So avail yourself of that as well.
Got it.
Right? All right. Is there anything you want to ask me?
No, I mean, I guess we'll just start. Let's just start chopping it up. You know,
Yeah, sure.
we have a new year coming up. You know, the first January 1st. Do you see energies being released? What I mean by that, do you finally see those of us who are sensitive to such things finally awakening in 2020 and doing a couple of things?
Yeah, okay. So here's what I'm going to say. There is a free 2020 energetic shift, okay? And I'm going to give this up. That energetic shift that started before 2020 actually causes a lot of next years putting in a lot of energy, telling Black people, look, to have a business, you need to find income outside of having a regular job. You need to travel, okay, to invest outside of the United States. And many people were telling Blacks in America for a long time, but there was no what I call critical mass. And as many people, you know, a lot of people are not going to want to agree with me when I say this, but the person whose energy caused the change to become public. And this is why I think that people who had an dreaded execution was to be humble. Okay?
Okay.
And yeah, it's a really great dynamic. I am not saying giving it credit for everything that you did. I am focusing on energy and energy shift. Okay? It was when was the practice, and the number of entrepreneurial work doing.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna have to call you back. The cell phone keeps on. It plays a little cool, but then it like gradually goes down. It's fluctuating too much. They're complaining in the chat room. Hold on one second, sister.
Okay, no
Let me
problem.
call you back. NSA, can you just cut me some slack? Just cut me some slack, guys. I know. Fuck.
Oh,
Yes, we got you again, sister.
that's okay. That's okay.
All right, now
Okay.
now it should be good. Everybody could hear. Once again,
Okay, everyone get it in.
yes.
All right. Okay, so where did I leave? Where do I need to start over from?
Let's just start talking about the energy that people were trying to give to Black folks.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to say. Okay, so there's several different energies that's going on. Okay.
Okay.
The first energy that we're dealing with is what was building up in 2019. Okay. Now, I am not giving him 100% credit for this. What I am saying is that his energy caused a breaking in the spirit realm as the floodgate opened.
Mm.
And all the people who were putting up the work, it's called I said the word before. It's called a critical mass. Okay? So you had a lot of people putting a lot of energy into Black people, starting their business, going into entrepreneurship. I mean, they've been at it years, but it always takes the right energy. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's sad, but sometimes it takes a right energy for critical mass to happen. So, Nipsey Hussle comes to me, and was he the best hip hop artist? Was he the greatest? Some would say he was great, some would say he was not. But what he was great for is how he did his business model. And then after his unfortunate passing, it began to reveal the types of entrepreneurship that he did. He made it cool to be a hood nerd.
Mm.
He made it cool to be in the hood into tech, in the hood into entrepreneurship, in the hood into, building a huge company.
Right.
Okay? Yeah, he made it cool. Now, I'm not saying he's the only one, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is the people who were putting in the work before, it was building up a critical mass, and then they died. There was a shift nationwide. This was one of the energies. So after he died, I began looking at the energies that was in the country. We started hearing more and more and more people are like, let's get into business. Let's get into business. Whereas the voices prior to him, most weren't paying attention. Now they are. Even so much so, you have bigger radio stations and bigger online stations that don't use. They just name using. Now they're not just selling, they're selling and business. So that's one of the energetic shifts that you're coming in 2020. And this is, I'm not trying to sell my product or sell what I'm doing, but what I'm saying is that's an energy that Black people is in, whether in the United States or whether international. It's half of the job that you make money is to look at ways in which to invest internationally. Here's what I'm going to say about this. Let me tell you something. A key indicator is this. Very rare are both hemispheres on the planet experiencing a recession. Okay, if one is going through a recession, the other is not. Right. If the West is going through a downturn, usually Asia is bullish. Okay, hold on one second.
Okay. Wow, guys, I'm battling the audio. I'm hoping the audio is coming in straight, yeah. I'm doing everything humanly possible. My system's been under attack yet again. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying my best with the limited resources I have to devote to this endeavor. And I thank you, each and every one of you who religiously tune into the show. Comment, share your thoughts, pro or con, it doesn't matter. It's all about communication. This, thank you all. The best damn audience on YouTube by far. TPIM, SR Live. Now, our sister.
Sorry about that, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you just fine.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that. Okay. So what I wanted to say was, very rarely that you're going to have both hemispheres of the planet go into a downturn. Okay. And this is something most Black people don't know. Okay. If one part of the globe is experiencing a recession, it tends to have an opposite effect on the other side of the globe. And that's why I say to Black people, look, if you have money, and Black people understand that this is another energy. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay, this is another energy going into 2020, and this is not something that can die off. There's a lot of forces in this country that do not want Black people to travel beyond their neighborhood.
Right.
And they are working, especially on social media, and they are working overtime to make sure that Blacks in America believe that people hate them too. And it's the biggest lie ever. And the second thing that they're doing is they're trying to work overtime to make Black Americans think that Africans hate them, and that's the biggest lie ever too. Okay? Right. So if you have money, here is my advice. Make friends with good people. Okay? Yes. Travel. It's the key energy going into the 2020. Travel and look for the best. And find good countries, stable, safe, solid economy, good friendly people, family-oriented people, and find ways to invest. So that if there's an economic downturn where you are, you're not hit so hard that you're going to just, the bottom falls out. So that's something that they need to pay attention to as well.
That is something that I was just meditating on the other day. Was there some way that we could get our money into the hands of the righteous folks in Kemet? Because all of us Black folks all over the world, our prestige and honor and respect is tied to Africa, or as I like to call it, Kemet. It's tied to the continent. If the continent's doing good, then we get more respect. If the continent is doing bad, we therefore get less respect. We have to invest in ourselves so that we can see the manifestation of a technological powerhouse like China's seeing. Over 25% of China's money comes from Chinese citizens outside the country. They make money in other countries and they send it back to the homeland. We have to do the same thing with Kemet. We have to invest in our dollars. You might have a couple $100. It's just a couple $100 here in the United States, but it could be $20,000 in certain countries. It could be even more than that. And that will go a long way to building a bridge of unity amongst ourselves. And I think that's very important because we can't help anyone else if we're in the state that we're in here now.
Hopefully. I absolutely agree. I noticed that you said, didn't say charity, because most people think, oh my God, like if I take my money to Africa, that's the one we think they're going to get rich. I'm like, investment doesn't work like that.
Right.
Okay, investment is a two-way street. There are 54 countries in Africa. Some countries are stable, some countries are not. Some countries, do you know that the growth rate of the average African country, because their emerging market is much larger than the annual growth rate for African countries, much larger than the United States, because the United States is a mature market.
Wow.
The United States economy grows at, I think, 2%, because it's a much mature market. The average African country growth rate grows at 7% because it's an emerging market. Some are growing at the rate of 12 to 14%.
Wow. That's tremendous.
Yep.
That
is tremendous. Yes. And if you think about it, but again, you got to look at the country. You have to be able to make an assessment of the country before you invest. Okay, and basically, I'll just be sure what is the assessment? What is the political stability? Got to look at things around election time. Is there a peaceful transition of power? What is their current rate? What is the employment rate, unemployment rate? What's the type of infrastructure?
Yes.
Okay, what's the pricing of your purchasing power parity? How much you get for a dollar? Okay, what's the standard of living? These are the things you have to look at when you look at countries. So South African countries that are literally growing the economy 7 to 14%. Okay, why do you think the Chinese are there? Because the Chinese are seeing this type of growth rate. So again, you have to look at what's the value and the power of US dollar today, and you can make that dollar worth 100 times in the right African country.
Right.
Whereas here it's far more difficult. So that's an energy to think about. The other thing to think about is that I call this, and this is actually the route of slave trade. We don't just need to build just Africa, okay? We need to build that triangle of where the slaves went, okay? It was literally an Atlantic triangle. What do I mean by that? Started from the west coast of Africa, and it went down past the Caribbean, touched South America, up, touched Central America, all the way up into the United States. Okay? All of these areas have black people in. All of these areas have black people in.
Yes.
Okay? So what am I saying? Anyway, so energy now where black people need to focus. I am going to say this. You need to look at investing in Africa, but you need to be able to critical sound assessment of the country that you choose. Okay? So take a look at that. And I think the United Nations have like books on African countries and assessments of countries. Go online to look at their political instability, their crime, all these things. Okay? So that's an energy that you need to look at as well. If you make good money, you're making $50,000, $100,000, $40,000 upwards, you need to look at that money for you. And that money in a certain African country where $50,000 can't get you much in the United States.
Right.
$50,000 is like a king.
Yes.
And you can have several different businesses and hiring. So really, really, really think about how money, okay, and making your money work. Right. That's something, that's where the energy is going in 2022. I'm telling you, energy for 2020 from this year going into next year is all about black people building wealth. And that should not just 1 year or two. That should be all throughout it. So that's one of the positive things going into 2020. Spiritual. The energy of 2020 is very clear. And I've been very, very strong about this. Be careful how you tongue to divide and speak about black people. Be very careful because this is an age, but the winds that are blowing to unite black people across the planet. This is the one time in history where it's not a human hand doing it. It's literally not a human hand doing it. And you're going to see the rise and you're going to see the fall of people you thought were black leaders. People, especially on social media, those who were at the forefront, dividing black people, causing division, causing trouble. You're going to see what I'm telling you. You're going to see the divide and the fall of prominent so-called black people and exposes and being exposed. And you're going to be like, that's what these people were involved in? And they claim to be pro-black? You're going to start going into 2020. So 2020 for black is one of those things I'm going to tell you. Just careful. Be careful who you follow. Okay? Be careful whose energy you follow. Be careful of dividing another black person. Because this movement of black people, there's no leaders to kill. You know why? Because it's not a human hand guiding.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? So that's one of the energies we need to look out for in 2020. Now, now that I got that out of the way, What I need to tell Black people is this. Black people, I'm going to tell you, not every fight is your fight, okay?
Right.
90% of the fight, 90% of what they throw to Black people is to harness Black anger to feed off of it, okay? These people are energy vampires.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to get into the deep, heavy stuff now, but these people are real life vampires. And I mean that seriously. Okay? When you look at, let me show you what I mean. When you look at the FBI statistics, okay, from 2000 to 2017, the majority of crime in the United States every single year from 2000, I believe it's 2000 to 2017. It might be 2007 to 2017. It might be 2007 to 2017. Okay, I have to go back and check. But anyway, when you look at the crime statistics in the United States, the crime statistics in the United States shows very carefully, year in, year out, 80% of the crimes in the United States are committed by whites in the adult category and in the minor category.
Yes.
But when you look at the 6 o'clock news, you would think the majority of crime in the United States are committed by whom?
Blacks.
And it's the biggest lie ever told.
Yes.
You know why?
Why?
You know why?
Why, sister?
Because these people are occultists, and these people are always waving the magic wand energy to deceive Black people.
Yes.
And they have to keep Black people in a state where they're mentally weak, they're insecure, they're fighting and hating each other, and they can never build anything. So what do they do? The new thing now is if you see a Black person minding their business, send someone to terrorize them.
Yes. Yes. Repeat that
Okay?
so that they can hear that one again.
Yeah. So the new thing now that they do to Black people is wherever they see a Black person, send a white person to terrorize them.
There it is.
Okay? Why? 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 Some of these people are demon possessed. Some of these people are just racist, and some of these people are just downright miserable.
Right.
But the rise of it is to gather Black people's rage and energy and feed off of it. One book that you need to get to understand what I'm talking about is Bobby Hemmitt's Melanin People. Bobby Hemmitt's Melanin People. And when you understand the magician behind the curtain and what they do and how they operate, it's all about feeding off of the dominant people's energy. Because Black people's suffering, Black people's anger, their rage, their fury, their insecurity, their poverty, all of this is food for them. They view Black people as an energetic food source.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay? And the reason why, another thing too, when you watch Black people do anything, Black people don't just do something to do it. When they do it, they always put an extra amount of energy into it.
Yes.
So these people are serious, pure-blooded vampires. And one of their food sources is Black people. So why do I think that? As going into 2020, you got to be careful what you give your energy to. Okay? Very careful. Like, for example, the Dutch peat. Many Black people are outraged at that. And I'm just like, Black people, yes, you should be outraged. I said, but that's to divert your energy away from what they're really doing. And I'm going to tell you what they're really doing. They are building, and it's not just Black people they're doing, they are building an energy surveillance technological grid concentration camp around you.
Yes.
That is what you need to focus on.
They're not hearing you, sister. These fools ain't hearing you. She's telling you straight truth to your face. So when you end up in a place you don't want to be, don't say you ain't been warned. Don't say you ain't been warned. Oh, okay. That was so powerful.
So here's what they're going to do. They're going to tell you 10,000 crimes that Trump committed, knowing damn well they're not going to put him out of office.
There it is.
Okay?
There it is.
Let me tell you something. There was a book written in the 1800s. I have to get this book. The book was written about a boy named Baron Trump's adventure.
Yes.
And with his father named Don. And when you read the story reads like President Trump and his son Baron.
Mm-hmm.
But it was written in the 1800s.
This is all a script. These people are rolling on a script. We're the ones who are on, let's just see where this goes. These people are rolling on a damn script. That's why they have all this stuff in the Bible about the second coming of Christ, the temple, and all that. And if you don't know by now, check it out. 2020, I'm going to call it. There's going to be an attack on the Temple Mount in Israel. And you watch, that third temple will come into existence next year.
And that's why, President Trump was put in office and elected, not elected, I'm going to say that again, elected to make Jerusalem the capital of stolen land, to name that Jews is not a religion, but a race. It's the biggest lie ever told, because Jews have never been a race. Okay, it's a religion.
It's a creed.
Okay, actual race, if the Bible was true, it's not, but the actual race is Shemitic, or with a hard S, Shemitic. Okay, and no one in Europe cannot be European and be Shemitic.
Yes.
Or Semitic.
Yes.
Okay, what is in Israel is not Shemite. It is Polish European.
Right.
Okay. But I don't want to move away from the topic. Now,
True.
I am not saying they're not a religion. They are a religion. But what they are not is they're not Semite.
Correct.
Okay? All right. And I don't want to get into the geopolitics of why Israel is there, but in short, the reason why Europeans put Israel there is because they are not happy they lost Africa. Guys, look at where this country is located. It has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with getting back into Africa and getting all the oil in the Middle East.
Yes.
Nothing else.
Yes. Preach, sister. Preach it. Truth be told tonight.
Okay. Nothing else. Okay. And actually, what's under that rock in Jerusalem that people think is holy are 20-foot reptilians.
They're not ready for that. They're not ready for that, sister. They're not ready for that. Well, she's about ready to go in, and by all means, go into it. It's a spirit moves you, Sister Rainetta. Go into it. But
okay, so let's get into this whole biblical revelation. Guys, Baron Trump Adventures was written in the 1800s.
Yes.
Baron had a father in the book named Don. Okay? Baron Trump, Don Trump. Donald Trump, Baron Trump. Donald Trump, Don, is Baron Trump's father in the 21st century. Did someone see in the 1800s that there was going to be a president named Donald Trump, who would have a son named Baron Trump? So if we could see 2 centuries later that there's a Baron Trump and a Don Trump, and in that book it says that the Don Trump was the last president, if we could see that 200 years later, what makes you think these people can write the Bible? These creatures.
Well, I want to say something too. For those who don't look at news, check out this. Put this in your Google. Chinese government makes Christians rewrite the Bible. All right. So the communists of today can force the Christians of the day to rewrite the Bible to fall in line with communist China's guidelines. You don't think the Romans could do that shit? You don't think the people in England couldn't do that shit? You got to understand, once it's written down, that's why Dick Gregory said reading is an abomination. it goes against nature. You already have everything in you when you was created in the third darkness zone called your mother's vagina. You had all the information of the universe, but you come out into this hateful ass world and they mentally deceive you to separate you from that true library that's within you, my friend. It's already in you. I'm sorry, sister. Continue.
No, everything you said is absolutely true, and I hope they're listening. What I also want to say to you is that a revelation came to me the other day, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And what I was told in the revelation that your whole book are not the Bible or the Quran. Because those books, A, are not true. And that the holy book, the book that contains the knowledge of what's on this planet from the beginning are the water. The water, the ocean. They said water is what is the history and faith, the knowledge of what.
Damn it.
But I want to think of people. If anything that you remember, if I told you to move from what is one, to move all of the earth. Now back to Israel, I'm going to keep this short. Israel has nothing.
Hold on, the sound's chopping up again. I know. I'm so sorry, Yao. I'm so sorry. The sound's chopping up again, and this is too powerful for it to fuck up. Sister, could you please repeat that?
Sure. Okay, so I'll make this short. I will, because they probably heard Israel as that phrase. Israel has nothing to do with the prophet. There is no such thing as prophecy. What Israel is fulfilling is the Illuminati's agenda. Illuminati is not something that was created by Adam Weishaupt. That is the biggest lie ever told. That Illuminati was, they never die.
Mm.
They have been here for 6,000 years.
They're more than likely. What we're dealing with is a situation where there's almost like a matrix type agent, the hidden hand. They live hundreds of human lives. They're probably made of some sort of hologram or it's not magic. It's really technological because of the fact that we on this planet are here for one reason, to keep us out of the stars. If our beings, our minds, our consciousness were allowed to escape the earth and go, we could escape all the hate. You know, if I could leave this motherfucker, the haters could have this planet. Enjoy your mud ball. I'm gone. But the reality is there's no place for us out there either. That's why we had to fight. This is our fucking planet. This is our fucking world. But we have lost that because we have been severed from the true library itself and been replaced by these ideals that are counterproductive to our reality. That's why I am pro-reparation. We take our reparation money. We don't go and blow it. We invest it and give it. We send money down to Suriname. We send money to other people. And once we get ourselves right, other people around the world and build up the diaspora. That's why you hear all these phony ass, joke ass motherfuckers talking about, oh, you don't need no reparations. Fuck you, bud. Cut the fucking check so we can get on with making prosperity for our people. All right. That's enough of my little rant.
I absolutely agree. I want to tell you two things. Do you know that Iran and Venezuela signed off a $600 billion package to Black Americans for reparation?
Wow.
$600 billion US dollars. And they said, they came to an agreement, they signed it over, and they said, this is our reparations for Black Americans, for the United States government terrorizing them, brutalizing them, and murdering them. And all the guys, they handed the 600, this real guys, they handed the 600 billion over the Black American intermediary so that he can have it executed. And basically, the United States government shut out Iran out of the global economy and Venezuela. So they're like, look, can't do anything with this money. So they said, but Black Americans fixed it, and they signed over 600 billion to Black Americans.
Damn.
I'm telling you, the world is, there goes the reparations package. And I say, Black Americans, get that money and take it.
Yes.
Okay, it's already signed over. Don't play. The article was on my website. You may have to go dig for it. Okay, I posted it in the Discord. Okay, but the article I think was on my website and I posted it. So make sure you find out where that money is and go get your check. That money was cut for you. So the U.S. government may never give you that money. That money was cut, was set aside by the Venezuelan government and the Iranian government for Black Americans. Go get that money. It's yours.
And share that
Okay,
money. You know,
absolutely.
Go to.
But listen,
I was just gonna say real quick. Go to Black Sunrise, SONRISE, Sunrise. Go to her YouTube channel. Go to the community tab and scroll through there. You'll find her Discord invite. Go and get this information, man. I ain't trying to hoard this and keep this shit state secret because we need you aboard. The ship needs a fucking crew, and you're it. Don't blow your covers, those who are not open. Don't blow your cover. Absorb this information. And if by chance we fail and we're exterminated, you keep this information we share with you tonight and you pass it on to others so they have the head start in this thing we call life. Because this is a game, y'all. If we don't play the fucking game, we're going to be maimed by the game. All right. Once again, I'm sorry for my rant. I'm just so passionate about this topic because we are talking about boys and girls all over the world who is quite literally relying on us tonight to provide a better future for them. So my whole heart's in this.
So again, I'm going to say that again. The Venezuelan government and the Iranian government set aside $600 billion for Black Americans, and they say, this is the reparations. We're giving this money to you. We can't use it, but you can. And they turned it over to Black Americans. They have an intermediary to literally transfer that fund to Black Americans. Please, for the love of God, don't have these fools out here telling you, oh, it's a whole, oh, it's phony, oh, it's not true, oh, it's because they're going to tell you that.
Yeah. They're
going to tell you that you don't get that money so they can steal it and run away with it. That money is yours. Go get your check.
Cut the check, baby.
Okay?
Cut the check.
All right. So let's take this to the things like what in Israel, and I'm going to make this shorter. That country has nothing with religion or holiness or anything like that. That country is a European annexed country.
Yes.
It is a European state. And the purpose of that country is that the Europeans are pissed that the Africans kicked them out. And the Middle Easterners are about to kick them out. Okay? And the purpose of Israel is to bring all of the world's oil under Europe and all of Africa's resources under Europe.
Yep.
It is a front country for a future invasion of Africa and a future in full-scale invasion of the Middle East, so that all the resources will go back to depleted, resource-lacking Europe. It has nothing to do with religion.
Right.
Nothing whatsoever. Okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. I know there's going to be a bunch of religious people that, oh, she does.
No,
look at how many wars. Look at how many wars have occurred since that country set foot in that region. And take a map and ask yourself, many of you have been in the military. If you're doing strategic planning and you have to take down, or your goal is to get resources, unlimited resources coming out of Africa and to control the oil refill, where would you put your country? Where would you put your strongest military asset? In between them both.
Right.
But you're not going to put it. What you're not going to do is you're not going to put it as a military, even though they are. You're not going to just put it as a country that's just shrouded in with the military. You're going to veil that with a religious ideology. You get it?
Get it.
And then you're going to tell the people around the planet that this little piece of rock is God's children, who the whole planet belongs to.
Right.
Many of you are funding your own demise.
Yes. 100%.
Many of you in religion are funding your own demise and you don't realize it. And you're going to put that little piece of rock there, and you're going to have a doctrine that says this is God's chosen people. This is God's whole people. Meanwhile, you're a military base strategically positioned to start endless wars on the African continent, to steal their resources, and endless wars with the Middle East to get control of all the oil. It has nothing to do with religion. That country is a future strategic military base for future invasion into Africa and bring Africa's resources back under Europe and bring all of the Middle East resources back under Europe. Nothing more, nothing less. So that's Israel. Now let's go on into the main bulk of what Black people need to understand. Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
The main bulk of what you'll and it's not just Black people. Okay, it's not just Black people. I'm going to be general tonight. Usually I speak specifically to Black people because Black people, they keep these things away from Black people. But the problem is that they experiment on Black people first. And this is why, I have a lot of white people think, oh, she's racist. But I'm like, no, I'm not. I said, unless you are a wicked white person, you're not going to be offended by anything I say.
Exactly.
I said, because I specifically say this message is to wicked white people. If you are not racist, if you are not hate-filled, if you're not a hate-filled white person, if you're not a wicked white person, if you're not a racist white person, this shouldn't bother you.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Yeah. So it shouldn't bother you because I tailor my message specifically to wicked white people. Not the entire white race. But if you're offended because maybe you're wicked. But here's the thing. Now, I don't know your followers. I think your followers might be from everywhere on the planet. So
yes.
I'm going to be general. But usually I tailor this message, okay, to Black people because they usually, in the United States, Black people are their lab rats.
Yes. Guinea pigs.
And I don't mean it to be disrespectful of Black people. I mean it because this is how they do Black. They use them as lab rats. What do I mean by that? You want to test STDs? You just get Black people and pop them full of syphilis. You want to poison, lead poison the water and see the effects on the effects of lead-based water? Test it in Flint?
Yep, Flint, Michigan.
Yes, Flint, Michigan, and you don't give them any water whatsoever. Okay, you want to test, bad GMO seeds? What do? You destroy the Black farmers by giving them bad seeds. I mean, one time, if a person does something one time, okay, it's an accident. 2 times, you're like, okay, maybe he didn't learn his lesson. But 400 years?
Oh, shit, sister. Break it down. Break it down.
400 years of accidents?
That's not coincidental, y'all. That's not
coincidental. Right? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, one time, okay, all right, okay, one time people make mistakes. Twice, you're like, okay, maybe he has, maybe kind of brain dead. 400 years?
It's a plan.
Okay.
It's a plan. It's a
plan. So this is the thing. So we're looking at what Black people need to be aware of. The most important thing Black people need to be aware of is Black people don't putting all that energy is elected officials. Say that again. Black people do not need to put in massive amounts of energy in elected officials.
They'll let you
I
down.
didn't say don't vote. You want to vote? That's your business. What I am saying is your officials are selected, all of them.
Yes.
How do I know that? They are all a part of clubs. Like, for example, you can't think like, oh, Trump, hates Hillary Clinton. Trump and Hillary Clinton are cousins.
Yes, 19th cousins removed.
Okay? They're cousins.
It's
Okay, Trump is not about to put his cousin in prison. Because one of the things they don't take down family. Okay? All right?
right.
Leave the politics aside. So what am I thinking? Like, am I saying not to vote? Absolutely not. What I'm saying is vote for whoever you want to vote for. What I'm saying is your energy should be like the mafia. What is that? Oh my God, is she telling us about a mafia? No. The mafia is about la familia, the needs of the family.
Right.
Okay? The needs of the family. And think the family together. That's where your energy is number one. But here's what I want us to pay attention. And this is not just black, it's all people. Okay? It's that Apple, Google, Neuralink, Tesla, Amazon, they are involved in selling the Chinese government the mind control,
yes.
mind bending technology.
Yes.
There's a natural force against companies. That these companies are beyond evil. They're not evil. They're beyond evil. Before I even tell you about the vote, black people, the reason why I'm telling black people, stop focusing so much on what the officials are doing. What you need to focus on is what the tech companies are involved in.
Yes. Yes. Because that's the future, fools. That's the future. Keep on playing these damn games. Preach, sister, preach.
All right. Let me qualify what I mean by saying that. They have you with the dog and pony show about your elected officials.
Mm-hmm.
But look at this. Your elected officials, none of them are creating laws to protect us from the technocracy.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
We are going into, with Trump's Space Force, Angela Merkel, Hitler's daughter, her European army. I don't think anyone heard what I just said.
No, repeat that shit. You got to repeat it for them.
Okay. Let me say this again. Trump just gave $900 billion US to the technocracy again, to the state. Okay?
Mm.
If I even go down that road and tell you what that Space Force is about, many of you will laugh at it. But I might tell you anything. That Space Force number one objective is to increase the galactic slave trade.
Wow.
That is the all-planetary slave trade.
Can I interject this, sister? You know all those missing people that you see over there at fucking Walmart, over here on the internet? Where do you think they go? Where do you think they go? Our blood is being sent off planet. You fools. When will you ever wake up? You want to be fucking real people, but you don't want to defend the young and the old? Then you deserve to fucking die. I'm sorry. You can go, sister.
That's okay. All right. Let me give a breakdown. Let me give a breakdown. The currency in, okay, let me put it this way. The currency between you and me, let's go to the store, is paper.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The currency of power, the currency talking about what gives power on this planet. Okay. The currency of power for the wealthy is bloodshed.
Yes, the flesh.
Okay.
They're flesh
All right.
fucking merchants.
Right. But the currency is faith, not gold, not silver, it's not diamond, it's not bauxite, it's genetic.
Yes.
And Black people, genetic. And I tell people, I am not saying this to be racist. If you're white and you get offended, I can't help you. Okay? Black people have dominant genes. There are a lot of extraterrestrials that have made contracts with the Western government and these European governments, the Vatican, and all these things, and they are selling Black people and Black children by the drove to races in space. So one of the purpose of this Space Force, okay, is to increase slavery in the cosmos.
They don't hear us. They're not hearing us. I'm feeling the spirit. They don't understand that you're talking truth. They don't understand you're talking reality. There are people off planet right now suffering because of our in fucking action. They're suffering because we're not strong enough to redeem them into our race, into our humanity. Sorry, sister. Please continue.
That's all right. That's all right. So this is what we're thinking. So the first objective is the Western military wants to be, gotta understand military is, the above ground is, wars, but then there's the secret mission. Okay?
You're right.
The secret mission is they want to be able to dominate and control the space race. And space, only current in space is your genetics. So let me show you the three currencies. The currency they gave the humans need to use someone else to buy goods and services. It's flat paper money that has the power. Okay? The currency of the sea is baby blood. The currency in space is genetic.
Right.
And they want to, and this is a top secret, they want to be able, number one, in the genetic war. This is what Black people need to wake up. Now, the average Black person is going to say, what the hell? This is crazy.
Yes.
And I'm like, do you see the amount of children that are missing per day? Do you know it's up to 2,000 children that disappear in just United States alone per day? Do you know that Haiti, after the earthquake, 250,000 children in Haiti disappeared, never to be again? Do you know in the United States that the numbers went from 800,000 in just to 1 million children? 1 million children disappear every year in the United States. Do you know equally, on par with Europe, 1 million children disappear? Do you know, according to the account of those who are kept in underground prisons in Libya,
yes,
who I believe they are selling them into this slave trade, into this galactic slave trade? It's about one slave in Libya that there are millions of Black people kept in underground cages in Libya. Do you know that there's 3 million missing children in Iraq? They claim that the missing children, they said, oh, the children are not going to school. I'm like, if they're not going to school, how do you know where to find them?
Right.
3 million missing children in Iraq, 1.3 million missing women and children from Syria since they dismantled Syria. Okay? Now look at all these numbers and ask yourself, where are all these children going?
Off fucking world. See, you guys got to get off of this whole, oh, we're just alone in the universe bit. Stop it. Grow the fuck up. We are trapped here spiritually, physically. This is not the epitome of creation. Damn it, fools. I wish they would.
All right. So we're coming back down to earth now. So the question is, wait, hold on. But this doesn't make sense. Why is it that these Western governments have expended billions of dollars on surveillance, but haven't been spending post 9/11 billions of the hundreds of billions of dollars of surveillance, but more children are missing?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
Unless it's part of the plan.
Now let's get into this book now. Okay, so Google, Facebook, Neuralink, Tesla, and another company, DeepMind, are being sued because they did a technology transfer to the Chinese government. And what they transferred to the Chinese government is so evil that your mind would not be able to wrap itself around what they're accusing these companies of. And this is what we want to talk about today. So basically, these five, an alphabet. So these 5 or 6 mega corporations sold the Chinese government the most mind-bending electronic concentration camp technology to use and to test on Chinese who were abducted and thrown into Chinese concentration. And what they're doing is that they're using them, they're hijacking their brain, they're implanting them, they're beaming these weapons because they're weapons on their brain, they're brain mapping them, okay, and literally forcing them into aligning their brain, changing the entire synapses of their brain into literally becoming advocates of Google, Neuralink, Facebook, DeepMind, and Tesla. What do I mean by that? The technology does a mind form. Let's say it's Google. Let's say the Google interface thing on the Chinese concentration camp place. What they're doing, Google would say, okay, I have 10 products, and I want the American public or the Western public only to buy my products. You don't say, what's Google's competition? Apple, Microsoft products, whatever. So Google is you transfer this technology to the Chinese government to test on slaves in China. The technology center, there's innovative technology where they implant them, but then there's mind-bending virtual reality technology. There's human interface, biometrics, like what's on your phone. Let me show you what I mean. So most of you know what biometrics is, okay? Right. But I'll show you. Every single modern cell phone has biometrics in it. Every time you turn on your phone, behind the scenes, you don't know that there's a little itty-bitty camera that follows everything. And whether or not you have that fingerprint on in the back of your phone, every time you touch your phone, and I'm thinking about getting a stylus. I'm thinking about getting a stylus because I'm tired of using my fingerprints on the phone. Every time you touch your phone, it takes your biometrics. That's your fingerprint.
Yep.
Every time you look down at your phone, it takes the biometrics, your eye color, your nose shape, your lips, the color of your face. So this technology, let me tell you how this technology works, because I'm someone they implanted and we tested this technology on. And I've been cursing out these tech companies for years. I call them devils, but because they are. This technology, they can stalk you walking down the street. All they gotta do is map your brain, wherever you are, get a satellite or drone, do a radius of where you are to pick up all the cameras where you are, and every single place you are, they will stalk you using your biometrics. This is one of what tech companies in China. The other thing that they is through the use of your biometrics, sitting down and you're watching your computer, they begin to blast you through the computer with directed energy weapons.
Say that again, sister.
Through the computer, they begin to blast you. Google, Apple, Amazon, Neuralink, Tesla, DeepMind, they're all doing this, and this is what they told to the Chinese government. While you're sitting on your phone or you're on your computer, they can blast you because now they have your biometrics.
Yes.
They can blast you with directed energy weapons through your computer, through your telephone, through your cable box, through your router, through your electrical outlet in your house, through your radiator. Anything that has an electrical conduit or technology, they can then take it from electricity into become a directed energy weapon and blast you with radiation in real time. This is what they sold to the Chinese government.
And
this is some of what the lawsuits are alleging. Okay? The other thing that they're doing is that they're re-educating the people by dismantling the normal neural pathways of their brain and then turning the people into pedophiles.
Yep.
This is what they're doing. Turning them into pedophiles, also blasting them with homosexual frequency. Now, don't misunderstand me. I am not saying all homosexuals have been hit with this frequency. No. This is human experimentation I'm talking about. They blast them with homosexual frequency to make them gay, blast them with directed energy weapons to make them violent, make them criminal, make them murderers, make them rapists.
Yep.
Okay? This is what the law against these U.S. tech companies are being sued for. Okay? So here's what I'm going to tell you. If this is what they're doing to China, okay, and you're under a suspended constitution in the United States where you're under a military rule, most Americans don't realize that it's the military that runs the United States because you're under a suspended constitution. Okay? Your constitution was suspended from 9/11. That's why I said to Black people, politics is not the most pressing issue. It's a distraction. Right. The most pressing issue is getting your finances in order and paying attention to what tech companies who are the ones who getting the money from the government for R&D to come up with the technology to put you in an electronic concentration camp.
Quite literally a prison fucking planet.
Okay? Even your toilet, go online and look up smart toilet. Even your toilet is spying on you. Go to the toilet, you do a solid, you release solid waste. Your toilet is weighing how much waste comes out of your intestines.
Wow. Okay?
You don't believe me? Look at where they're bearing the planet. They're using this climate change to say, look, we need to have a greener planet. That way, they can then turn and murder off 85% of the human population.
There it is.
So part of it is, we have too many toilets. Human beings are letting off too much waste, and that waste producing carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide that's going up into the atmosphere. So I'm telling you, they're monitoring how much urine is coming out of you. They're monitoring how much solid waste is coming out of you when you toilet. They're monitoring how much. What do you think those smart meters are for? Guys, what do you think the smart meters are for?
There it is, Yao. We're breaking it down.
Okay? What do you think those smart meters are for? Okay? They're not called smart meters for no reason. They're measuring how many times you sit on that toilet and how much liquid is coming out of you and how much solid waste is coming out of you. They're measuring how much water you're using when you turn on the tap to be. Because they come to the city saying none of these things are a human right.
Right. Water, a home, that's not a human right. That's not a part of the human experience.
And this is why they're distracting. with Trump and Trump's antics. And I'm going to say this again. I said Hillary Clinton is Trump's cousin.
Yep.
Trump is not going to throw his cousin into prison.
Nope.
You're distracted. What Black people need paying attention in two areas: business and economics, and what tech companies are involved in.
Right.
Because it's the tech company who's created the technology that then turns it over to the surveillance state, that is your local police, city police, state police, your federal police, the military. Okay? There's two areas Black people need to focus on. What are these tech companies up to? And what can I do to start a business? Not politics. Your elected officials, unless it's on a local level, they're all selected. Trump is a distraction from what's been going on. How many of you in the chat room know what a fight support is? How many of you know what a FISA court is and how a FISA court runs?
I doubt very few of them know. I really do. I do have a real quick question before you get into this. This is from Sister Kimberly. Tell her about the video with all those large white containers that hold 30 to 200 people.
Okay, yeah. So let me tell you about that. Before remember a couple of years ago, Google had a Google barge, and people were like, oh my God, what was that Google barge about? It just came up and disappeared. Okay, there was a video on YouTube. Now that YouTube changed the algorithm, you're not going to be able to find it. There was a video on YouTube, and that video was a guy filmed one of these shipping containers on a barge, and he heard screaming voices. And this was after one of those major storms. And he filmed it, and he heard people inside of the barges, inside of the shipping container, screaming, and they literally turned the container into the. So, yeah, to answer your question, yeah.
Oh my God. They just murdered those people. Straight up murdered.
Yep. That's why I'm telling you, Trump is a distraction. He is put there to stir up trouble after trouble after trouble after trouble, so that people can keep their eye on him and not pay attention to what's really going on. Black people need to keep their attention on two things, and one of it is not politics. They need to keep their attention on business and economy. And I say that together as one. The second thing they keep their eye on is what these tech companies are up to. How many of them in your audience know what FISA courts are? If you don't know what FISA courts are, that's a big issue.
So who out there knows what a FISA court is? I know there's a little bit of delay here. Type of 1, if you know what a FISA court is and how it pertains to you in your personal life. Yes, Brother Al knows what it is, but Brother Al's sharper than the average.
Okay, so basically a FISA court is a non-constitutional court. Okay? These courts do not follow the Constitution. Okay? How does they operate? Anyone can be abducted and tried in a FISA court and literally judged in a FISA court. And there was no public trial. There is no jury of your peers. There is no public trial. There may not even be a record. And they can snatch you up off the street and throw you into FISA jail or a FISA court, and it will be totally erased. How many Black people know what this is?
They're saying CIA
but the dog and pony show, the political dog and pony show, they can tell you from sun up to sundown what's going on with the Democrats and the Republicans. It is political theater for much more dubious devious agendas that take place. Every black person needs to know what a fight support is.
Because we will be the ones caught up in the FISA web. Think that's a joke.
It's spelled F-I-S-A. FISA. Type it into the chat room. F-I-S-A.
Hold on.
It's type capital F, capital I, capital F, capital A. So Frank, India, New Mexico, America. So Frank, India, North America. No. Frank, India. Oh, Frank, sorry. Frank, India, South America. Frank, India, South
America.
That's it. FISA.
FISA.
Yep. Go look up what FISA court does. Okay. FISA court is basically indefinite, what they call indefinite detention. Okay. When they get you, it's never coming out.
It's a life sentence, yeah. Straight up.
It's not even a life sentence. It's not even a life sentence. They get you, you're not coming out. That's it. It disappeared.
Oh.
And there's no trace of you. How many black people know what a FISA court is? Okay?
There's your ticket off world,
They're being
baby.
distracted. They're being distracted. And they're being distracted on a massive scale. These are things you should know. You should also pay attention to. So look into things like FISA court. Make sure you're knowledgeable about FISA court, okay? Because people are being disappeared left and right country. Okay? All right?
See, this is what I'm talking
The
about.
The other thing that black people need to pay attention to. We gotta pay attention to executive order.
Yes.
Don't pay attention to Trump nor the Democrats. That is political theater to distract you from what's really going on. Only thing you want to pay attention to is executive order. How many of you know, and this is what you have to pay attention to going in 2020, how many of you know that under President Obama, the air, all the airspace, all the sea, rivers, lakes, waterfall, streams, the land, whether the land is for food, whether the land is for commercial use, whether the land is for a house, all the means of food production is under the executive branch. How many of you know that?
Thank you, Obama. Oh, they know that on this show. They know about his executive orders. I believe it's like 10043 or something like that. But yeah, they basically privatize or governmentize all natural resources, not just in the United States. Well, damn.
No. You let's try this again. They put all of America's airways, waterways, and land under the executive branch. That is not for the government. That is for a future what? Think. If it's under one branch of government and you have three branches of government, they're preparing for a what?
A calamity.
No. Try again.
Or a depression.
No. A tyranny.
Some sort of terrorist attack.
Let me try to explain. They're preparing for a time when America will not have elections.
Well, that would not be
There
America.
There will be one person put to lead the country because everything is now put under the executive branch of government. You understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. They're setting it up for the dictatorship.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Dictatorship.
You get it?
Yeah. Because this doesn't happen overnight. It has to be cultured like a weed growing in your garden. And before you know it, it overtakes the crop that you're wanting to harvest.
Do you also know this? Would your audience also know that under President Obama, especially second term, that the most amount white men stock up on no amount of weapons?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
They got the weapons.
Okay. Ask yourself why. So we see the air, the water, the land is under the executive branch. There are three branches of government that share power. Why is it that your air, land, and water is under one branch? Ask yourself, where in history did that happen? Simultaneously, while that happened, we see that white men started stockpiling weapons.
Wow.
And I'll tell you this, I had this one racist white guy. He messaged me and said that you're one of the few black people that know what's really.
Mm.
And I asked him why. He said, you know that we're preparing to kill black people.
Yep. There it is. I tried to warn him on this channel. I always use the analogy of the damn train going to the easy bake oven. But maybe now that Sister Rainetta is saying this, you'll actually wake the fuck up and hear what the fuck I'm saying.
Well, okay, he told me, and I think he was risking a threat because I'm a woman. I said that one of the few black people. So I said, okay.
Oh, here goes the sound.
He said,
no, the sound's messing up. Now we can hear you. Can you please repeat that once again, sister? I'm sorry.
Sure. That's okay. He said to me, you're one of the few black women who was born. And I asked him, I said, what you feel? He said, all of white people, white men, are prepared for the coming race. Okay? I'm going to tell black Americans something. Stop with many of these people on that telling you, don't get your passport, don't travel the planet, everybody outside hates you, everybody outside the United States hates you, they all hate black Americans. It is the biggest goddamn lie. Get your goddamn passport, travel the world, build relationships outside of the United States.
Yes. Essential.
Okay? I did a coded video, and I want everyone to go on my channel and listen to the video I did about MLK and MLK quote. When MLK said before he died, I'm afraid I set my people into a burning building. Okay? And if you haven't listened to that video, listen to that video. Okay? I had a white feminist message me and say to me, you are one of the few black people who know exactly what we're planning. And he said, we are all waiting for the time of the race war. And he was the only one that another one messaged me and said to me, I can't wait for the day when we kill all of two different white men. Okay?
Yes. This okay. Look, we're not saying this to be hyperbolic. We're not saying this, oh my God. We're saying this so you can prepare adequately so that there is no excuse for you taking the train ride to death. There is no excuse for you going down to FEMA or the poor boys down there in Katrina walking down the damn railroad tracks. Do you not feel their pain? Getting shot up with damn shotguns, trying to get to safety. There is no safety for you. You have to make the damn safety. The safety is you. Defending yours.
If you cannot get a foreign passport, I advise Black Americans begin to do what the ancestors did. Have networks of black people know in every damn state. In case shit goes off on one state, you got black friends so another state that you can live with. You understand? Network. Stop
Yes.
paying attention to people tell you every day Trump this, all of that shit, the distraction. Trump is elected. Everyone in the federal government that you don't think so is all elected, and they're not elected by you. Okay? And all of them are going down with the plan. Okay? Whatever that plan is. So what I am telling you is this. I'm going to tell you what Rabbi Finkelstein, for those that don't know Rabbi Finkelstein is. Rabbi Finkelstein said, and he wasn't the only one. Okay? Menachem Begin said this. The other crazy former prime minister of Israel, demon, but anyway, said this as well. Rabbi Finkelstein said, he said, we are going to destroy America and we are going to build up the Chinese because the Chinese are communists and we're going to build up the Indians after we destroy America. That's what Rabbi Finkelstein said.
Wow.
And no black American, you know that in this country, the people who control the magic wand, when they do the crime, they wave that wand, and when you open your eyes, it's black people fault.
Yes.
Let me say what I said again. The people who wave the wand, when they wave that magic wand, and you open your eyes, it's always black people did it. Look at this. The country was a mess because the United States spent so like $10 trillion, actually way more than that, like $20 trillion losing wars in the Middle East. Do you know, even though Obama was the great president, Obama got the blame. Because when they wave that magic wand, it's always black people's fault.
Right. The fall guy.
And one of the magic wands that they're waving, and they said this multiple times, Rabbi Finkelstein said it, Menachem Begin said it, and this other reptile, I forgot his name, a former prime minister of Israel. They all publicly said, one of them came out and said, it said, oh, the Americans, they said the Americans will do as they, and when we're done, we're going to destroy them and blow them away in the wind. This is who they give $30 billion of your taxpayers' dollars. Okay? They have publicly said America will do whatever we say until we don't need her anymore. And when we're done, we're going to destroy her and blow her away in the wind. And let me tell you, Black Americans, when they carry out their plan, you know who they always blame for what they do. Black.
So let this be to all my evangelical friends. The reason why you don't see America mentioned in the Bible, once again, we're telling you the plan. You're not going to exist in the end times. It'd be as if the United States never had existed. They're only talking about Gog and Magog.
So our violence is saying they're restricted passports. Now, let me tell you something. Our violence says they're restricting passports now with criminal records and background checks. Let me tell you something. That was planned long ago. Let me show you why I'm going to tell you. They set up Black Americans, twisted the music, criminalized the music, okay? Because people don't realize the deadliest form of MK Ultra and the hardest to break, according to Kathy O'Brien, is hypnotic mind control. Mind control that's done through music.
Yep.
Okay? So this is why I keep telling them, you got to break the hypnosis of that music. Okay? But nobody listens. They criminalized that music, took great music and criminalized it and had a whole generation get criminal records. But you Black people don't see into the future and they don't think into the future, and they don't strategize into the future, because these people keep us fighting for days.
Right.
Okay, and let me show you why. Why now, all of a sudden, they're restricting your ability to travel with Papa record? Because they knew, and this is from James Castle, a former Nazi black ops for the United States and the US government. They planned that they were going to make the lives of blacks in the Americas a living hell.
Yep.
And they knew they were going to make their lives a living hell because they want to have a race war and they want to exterminate blacks in America and the Americas.
Yes,
That is their agenda. Because like I said, the currency in space is genetic. The currency on Earth is money, it's you and I. But when it comes to these non-humans that run this planet, it's blood, 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 blood. But let me go back to this passport issue. They knew that as they began to turn up and make the lives of black people miserable, black people would think, you know what, that's it. I'm sick and tired of you crazy ass white people. I'm out of here. They're going to want to leave the drove. So to prevent that from happening, they spent the last 30 years with Rockefeller draconian prison laws to make sure the majority of people have a criminal record that they can't leave. But there's a way to still get out. You can still get out. If you have a host country that, or someone in a host country that can say, okay, this person, I'll put this person up, if they're a good person, I'll vouch for them, that and the other. That's the way around that. Okay? So just be aware of that.
I want to say that because you was a little choppy. You find someone in the home country, the country you're interested in going to. You befriend them, and they can vouch for you. That's why it's important, brothers and sisters. Use this internet. Stop looking at stupid shit. Start meeting people. Look, today I actually reached out to the president of Ghana. All right, President Adu. All right, the email came back to me. I sent it through Yahoo, the old email account. It came back to me saying it was undeliverable. They're trying to shut us down, man. I can't even reach out to this brother who's all about uniting the continent as a superpower in its own right so that we can see the same privilege and respect the Chinese see today. We have to get on point, y'all, and communicate with each other and start sharing with each other instead of being all, no, I'm just going to see, what I can get out of Sister Rainetta, and I ain't going to ever help her out. We got to get out of that selfish bullshit. Time's up. I hope the best. I want to say right now, I hope that everyone here in this show check out Black Sunrise YouTube channel. You subscribe, you like, you actually send her money if you can. Fuck the dumb shit. We got to get with it. We got to get funding people who are actually out here making a difference. And by far, we should call her Dr. Rainetta, all the information she has. Not just academically, but spiritually as well. But we won't show that type of respect.
Here's what I say. I don't want people feeling comfortable defending money. That's not my thing. What I did is I create quality product. Get an herbal bath. Some of us are under so much stress. The herbal bath, there's no shipping in the United States. Take it, do it. Go read the review. So instead of thinking, I'm just another one of those charlatans that's here to take your money on social media. No, instead of spending money, quality is fine, but I think get something in return. Buy a bath. Try the bath. Because when you try it and do it, you're going to love it. And there's some people here from my channel, in your channel, who have tried my bath, and they can tell you how it is, okay? So don't just spend me money. If you want to support me, that's fine. But I much prefer to give something in return. Okay, so think about that. The other thing is, if you can't leave the country, there are ways around it. And I told you one of the ways. The other thing that you want to do is you want to build a network within the United And when you're doing your planning, stay the hell away from cell phones and computers because they're all listening. Stay the hell away from Siri and Alexa and all these other creepy CIA, the CIA doesn't even have to work hard anymore.
No.
All you have to do is get you to buy a device that's expired. I mean, seriously. So really, 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 I'm not telling anyone to run out of the United States because it doesn't make sense. Everyone can't leave. What I'm saying to you is there is, in all this distraction going on, there are real nefarious people that have really nefarious agendas, and it's very easy. If you want to go listen to some of their agendas, pop into some of these, white supremacist channels and just sit back and just read some of the shit that they say. These people, and they're in government, they're judges, they're lawyers, they're police officers, they're doctors. You don't know where these people are and where they work. The point of the matter is they are preparing. They are stocking up on guns, okay? And they are preparing for a race war, okay? One person that you definitely need to is James Castle. There was an interview that he did right before he went into prison, and he said, look, we want to murder black people.
Wow.
And you know what they did to him? They arrested him on some trumped-up charges and threw him in jail. And then when it was time to release him, they were like, nope, we're going to keep you here longer. Because he left so much out of the bag. He said, in the United States, he said they are targeting black people. You know when he said this? He said this 7 years ago when Obama was in office. He said the elite goal in the United States is they label black people, they label black in America as a threat for extermination. He said, and they're going to turn up the heat on blacks in America because they want to reduce their population. He said the agenda is, he said, to run them back into Africa, exterminate them in the United States, run them back into Africa. They said they have one option: nuke the African continent or sell blacks to the galactic slave trade.
Mm-hmm. Get the energy away from the pyramid. Right now, there is a female out there. There's a very powerful female on this earth right now as I speak. Listen, sister. You look at the picture that you see on your screen now. If you're watching the video, hopefully you'll hear it. And you see this pyramid behind the sister. This pyramid right there. Once we ignite that power, all the bullshit we're talking about, it's over. It's over in an instance. But it's you. You're the one. You're the key to this sister. And it is a sister. Sorry, brothers. But we get the power. And once we use that power in the correct mind and spirit, we can protect the earth. I know that sounds crazy, but the one who needs to hear that, I pray that you hear that. Before we go and shut this thing down, Sister Rainetta, do you have any? We got a lot of viewers in the past few months from Sweden and Germany, in particular, in Europe. Do you have any type of message for those folks there that understand the situation that we are all under, and they appreciate our status on the planetary level as far as a racial identity, even though we have been basically erased from fucking history? But do you have any message for them? If the spirit moves you, could you?
Yeah, sure. Are they black or are they white?
I would assume they are white.
Okay. Here's the thing. Germany is set to be the head, or Germany is, behind the scenes, it's Holland, because it's the Dutch royal family that runs the planet. Okay, so Dutch royal family that runs the planet, the Vatican, the British Crown, and the Conehead, or the Homo capensis in the International Bank of Settlement. Okay?
Okay.
When you talk about the creatures that run this planet, there's the reptiles, the Royal British family, the reptiles, the Dutch royal family, the serpent in the Vatican, and the conehead.
Continue.
And the conehead in the Homo capensis in the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, as much as what one planet ate black people, Okay? It hates black people. It hates your white ass too.
Yep.
And I keep telling white people are the most delusionary people on the planet. I said the reason why I say this is because they succeeded, these creatures succeeded in getting to believe that you're superior when you're not. And I say to white people, and white people get angry with me and some call me a racist or whatever. I said, follow me here for a second. During World War I, how many ethnic white Europeans did this beast kill?
A lot.
Okay?
A lot.
All right. In World War II, how many, again, if this beast system that you love so much, that you think is pro-white people, how many ethnic white Europeans did the beast kill during World War II?
And y'all realize if those white men
Let me go a step further.
Go, sister.
During the Bolshevik Revolution, this beast system, how many ethnic Russians did this beast that makes you believe that white is superior? How many ethnic Europeans did the beast kill? Ethnic Russians did this beast kill? If they love you white folks the most, okay? 60 million Russians, they slaughtered like dogs during the Russian Bolshevik Revolution. And in between World War I and World War II, some estimate 200 million white people
were fed to the psychic beast. You guys don't understand. Okay. When she's talking about these people dying in war, dying of starvation, dying in misery, the state of being that they were dying in was feeding an all-fucking world beast. That's why we go through our changes. We're nothing more than a gigantic buffet for these wicked cosmic entities. I'm sorry.
Okay, so why do I say that? To answer the question about Germany, you got to ask yourself. I'm going to say white Germany. I'm not racist. I just hate wicked white people. Okay? Okay. But you got to ask yourself, Germany, let me ask you a question. You don't think it's strange that, okay, you were set up in World War I, and then you got pissed off, and then you caused World War II. Okay? You don't think it's strange. 2 world wars, and here we are today, and you're the head of the European
Union.
You don't think it's strange that here we are today, they allege you caused 2 world wars, but in fact, you didn't cause those 2 world wars. They had you by the balls, but they had you by the neck. Okay? But here we are today in 2019, and you are calling for a standing European army.
Good.
You don't think that's strange, German?
Well,
you don't think that's strange?
If we look into the Black Forest, the Bulgarian region, where the true power lies, the old olive.
Oh my God, those vampires.
Oh yes, they're the Bohemia groves of Germany. That's where the true psychic power, the Thule Society, the Abaddon Society, and the other one that I forget their name. That search the world for all the artifacts, the spirit destiny and the key to Shangri-La and shit. Listen, these folks are living in Antarctica. Oops, newsflash, spoiler alert. I'm sorry, y'all. The reason why no one's allowed to go to Antarctica because this motherfucker, the real estate's already taken by the remnants of the fucking old Reich. So you know what?
Bingo.
I hate to be such a buzzkill, but there's some greater powers at work here than just, social issues. There's greater powers, y'all. You think you defeat one enemy, but you're just weakening your fucking ally to defeat the main fucking enemy, you fools. But you know what, sister? maybe tonight's broadcast will open up people's minds and hearts to do research on their own and to see what we are saying tonight ain't bullshit or fantasy.
Here's what I want to say to the white race. White race. They abused you. They fed you a pack of bullshit lies and sweetened you and told you were superior so that you would do their dirty work. Why? Because people understand karmic energy and karmic blowback.
Right.
And they use as a buffer between races, creatures and the other races. They get you to do their dirty work all across the planet so that when the karmic blowback comes, the people hit you, they hate you. Rule number 1, stop being used by creatures. Rule number 2, live in harmony with other people on the planet who want to live in harmony. Rule number 3, stop believing the nonsense that you're a master race because you're not. Nothing on this planet is master over any other thing. There's always something above it to knock it down. Rule number 4, when you think, I'm talking specifically now to wicked white people, not your average white person, but to those who are hell-bent on trying to murder black people. Those of you who believe that you're going to have joy and satisfaction killing black people when the race war starts, I'm going to ask you a question again. During World War I, how many ethnic Europeans did they kill? During World War II, since you're so special, how many ethnic Europeans did they kill? I'm going to ask you another question. During the Bolshevik Revolution, how many white ethnic Russians did they kill? You're looking at close to 300 million white people. Let that tell you how much they love you.
They don't. Do you understand, Yao? The whole racist ideal came from these fucking aliens who are so-called purebloods, but they're fucking worthless cowards. They should work with us instead of trying to destroy us. But that aside, your racial concepts will never measure the bars to your true master, the off-worlder. You will never ascend to their genetic state of being. Your state of being is actually better tied to the original woman of this planet. Oops! Spoiler alert! You watch, you motherfucks. Once the pyramids get fucking relighted, and I know they will, all this will be so irrelevant. We will finally have the power to defend fucking humanity. All right, I'm sorry for that rant. I just keep, it's almost like I'm meditating right now. I just keep moving in between zones. And I'm so frustrated now because people out there, I know they're getting it, but they're not truly realizing it. They're not truly
The key to understanding this is simple. I don't let people not waking up bother me. Who needs to be awakened to the wake? But here's the thing for black people, social movements are not what you need to focus on economic and need to pay attention to what type of technology they're working on. Get into what tech companies are involved in because you're going into a technocracy. My message to white people is this: stop letting fucking creatures use you because you are the buffer race on this planet. Black people are the blame race. Okay? What does that mean? An apple falls from the tree, a black man did it. Okay? But white people, you are the buffer race. They get you to do their dirty work and then turn around when there's karmic blowback. You're the one who goes to World War I, gets decimated. World War II, gets decimated. Okay? When it comes to big wars, you're the one population gets decimated because at the end of the day, they use the white race as their buffer race to carry out their dirty deeds. Stop being used by fucking parasites.
Right.
That issue.
Join with humanity. Join with
Join with humanity. Live in harmony with nature. Live in peace with nature. Stop going into people's countries, murdering them and stealing their resources with creatures. Let these fucking creatures get up and steal the resources that they got themselves.
Yes.
Stop being the fucking buffering for these fucking creatures. Because in the end, what these creatures do when karma comes back around, you know who gets the blowback? White folks.
Yep. And they'll be the
Okay?
first one.
The black race is the blame it. The black race on this planet is anything that goes wrong on the planet, blame a black person. Okay? That's where we are. Okay? You wave the magic wand. The person who started off doing it was white. When they waved that Hollywood, that holly stick, that wand, it's a black person who did. Okay? But the buffer race for doing the deeds of this miscreant is the white race. And the way they get you to do it is through one hypnotic code. You are the master race. It's a fucking lie. Because no master race will suffer 300 fucking million deaths in 8 years.
I want to repeat that. They're still saying there's some sort of audio problem. What she's saying, brothers and sisters out there, white race, you have been duped to believe that you're superior. You have been used as a tool of these evil beings off planet. Now, we could go into the whole genetic of the thing. You can say, oh, well, there's a 3% or 1% genetic anomaly in my DNA structure. Okay. All I'm saying is use that to our collective advantage. Get the knowledge from these wicked, I guess, as the uninitiated would call demons, share it with humanity. And instead of being a buffer race tool, be a double agent for humanity. We are all in this damn thing to fucking gather. We all share the same blood, whether you want to deny it or not. As long as you manifest in the 3D realm with 46 fucking chromosomes, you're genetically related to the woman you see on the fucking screen, the original woman of the world. We are truly brothers and sisters, but we have been deceived into believing I am master and you are fucking slave. That type of reality is the same reality the communist people fight, the proletariat against the bourgeois. But I'm telling you, the bourgeois right now, y'all, we accept you with open arms in humanity for now. But when you obviously play your cards of total traitorism, total fuck you humanity, we're in it for what we got. I want you to know a couple of things. Even if you win that scenario, your bloodline is not strong enough to last eternity. Your bloodline is weak, and genetically speaking, you will be forced to go some super maneuver, like go back in time or some crazy shit to keep existing. You can avoid.
Can I say the last thing? I want to say the last thing. I'll tell you this, okay? White race, I want to talk to you about something, okay? Many of you are not stupid. You're seeing what's happening in your birth rate and you can't figure it out, okay? Deep down inside, many of you feel it's what we did to black people and it's what we did to America. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, okay? Yes, because karma and payback, sometimes it takes a long time before it comes, especially when you're slaughtering and killing us. Okay? Here is what I'm going to tell you. Okay? I'm going to tell you this. Okay? And many of you are going to be upset, but I don't care. Someone tells the truth. Okay? These creatures, okay, who have made the white race, and they don't give a shit. Listen, these creatures don't give a shit about none of us, but there are levels to their hate. Okay? They hate black people the most. purely for specific reasons. They like white people the most purely for specific. Let me tell you what that is. White people have recessive genes. This is not an insult. It is just the way genetics work. Okay? The genetic gene for them allow these creatures to use you because your genes are more pliable. Okay? It's all a matter of how they can use you. They don't give a shit about you. But here's the thing with them. When they're done using you white people, you know what they do? They turn around and destroy and give the power to someone else. Do you know who's their favorite on the scene? Their new favorite on the scene are the Chinese.
Correct.
And you know what they're going to do to the Chinese when they're done with the Chinese? And their objective with the Chinese is to get the Chinese to fool the Africans into thinking that they're friends so that the Chinese can make an inroad into Africa for them where they couldn't make that inroad because the Africans kicked them out.
Correct.
You see how the game is played? You see how the spiritual game is played? Okay? And when they're done with the Chinese, they're going to turn around and destroy the Chinese. Do you want to know how much blood? Okay, let's go back to this, and this is the last thing I'll say. The currency in space is genetic. The currency between humans is paper currency. The currency of what runs this planet is blood. The Chinese shed 400 million aborted babies. In less than 30 years. That is how much blood the Chinese shed of their future generation to become a superpower today.
Preach. Preach. I hope they hear you. I pray they hear you. What the sister just said right there, I have to repeat. The Chinese government shed the blood of their unborn future to gain the technological advantage they have today. I hope you understand. I hope you see the blood sacrifice and that manifests into real tangible things. You want to talk about tangible things? That's why those who are not of the light or right spirit will sacrifice humans, the blood, and get wealth. Behind every great wealth is a great crime. Come on, they tell you this. Sister, I want to say one thing before you go. Brother Al said, Rainetta, they blocked your webpage.
I just went on it. It worked fine. I'm on it now.
So I don't know. Maybe Brother Al, I don't know.
I don't think they typed it in properly.
You want to give it again while the audio's cool?
Yeah, it's www.blacksunrise.com. Spell sunrise, SONRISE. Perhaps you could put it in the description box so that way we can just click it.
I'll type it in right now.
Sunrise, SONRIS. Okay?
BlackSunrise.com. Hopefully. No, oh, damn it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
right.
That's it. I'm on it right now. It works fine.
All right, cool. Yeah, I want to click it. Hold
okay,
on.
You go to.
I'm gonna open up a brand new website. The only reason why I hate opening up these web pages because it really, when I'm on the computer phone, it gargles up. But I want to type this in so everybody sees. There is no excuse. Fuck that. Because I know some people are more internet savvy than others. But we're gonna type it in so everyone can see. BlackSunrise.com. I want to make sure that everyone sees. This is the website I typed in right here at the top. And it's coming up, even on my slow. There it is right here. All right. Also, on YouTube, go to YouTube. And I'm trying to do this real quick, just for the older folks or maybe even folks from overseas that has a hard time following. I want to type this in so you can see her channel, and please visit Black Sunrise's channel because we have to work together, y'all. If we don't work together, then this is just a big ass joke. I'm gonna set up some economic opportunities along with the hub. Now, this is what the icon for a channel looks like, and then just click on this right here. It goes right to her channel. Bam. All right. I would suggest you go to the community tab. This one right here. Click it. And you can scroll down, and there's right here, the second link, the Discord page. Please check out the Discord. Listen, I don't care who you think you may be. If you're listening to this show, you could actually help save another human being's life, another whole family. We have to work together, y'all, because the hammer's coming. I hope that's explicitly clear. The hammer is coming. So please, brothers and sisters, let's work together. All right, sister, you still there?
Yes, I am. All right.
All right.
Ooh.
I know this. Hold on, let me clear out the internet. All right. Any last words? You want to share anything on your mind?
So, I'll make it quick. To the last word, I just want, Black people, your battles are not social battles. Okay? Anyone leading you in a direction of politics to the save you is a distraction. Anyone that speaks in social force, that's a distraction. Your issue is this: getting enough money to help in times of an economic downturn and just being aware of the technocracy, because they are building literally a digital prison and trap all of us. Pay attention to what tech companies are in. So white people, many white people think I'm an utter racist. I'm like, I don't care what you think. My message of ire and hatred is wicked white people. If you're not a wicked white person, this message is not for you. It is specifically to devious wicked white people. And my message to the white race is stop letting goddamn fucking history use, because history has shown after they use you, they murder you too. That's my last message. All right, guys, thank you so much for having me, and we'll talk another day. Okay?
Yes.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
Thank
sister.
you.
Thank you. It's such a blessing to be able to call on true intellectuals. Sister Rainetta is an intellectual to the hilt. The research she has down, the correct spirit, and the right motivation she has down. She wants to see the betterment of us. And to that end, I salute her and will do everything in my power to increase, hopefully, her boundaries, because it helps us all. This will include TPIM SR Live. Today's date, December 29, 2019, the year of our Lord. As always, I ask you, live your life of integrity without hate, envy, or greed. Please, brothers and sisters, let's try to be kind to each other. Peace and power, unity and victory, dignity and respect, liberation. Have a great night, y'all. I'm out.